Saint Thérèse, Saint Teresa, as we call her, is a very popular saint, always has been since her life and her death. She entered the convent in Lisieux in France at the age of 15. She died in 1897 at the age of 24. Very young, just lived those few years. But she had a deep love for Christ, and she had a spirituality that was very beautiful and very simple. Following the words of the scriptures we read this morning, that her little way, as she wrote in her autobiography, The Story of a Soul, she said that if you pick up a pin off the floor out of love for God, it has great spiritual benefit. I remember that, the sisters teaching us that in grade school. If you see a piece of paper laying on the floor and you pick it up for the love of God, you will have great grace. And they were teaching us about the spiritual habits of Saint Teresa. She was a beautiful soul. She suffered physically, a lot of physical suffering, but she found in offering up her suffering to Christ, there was salvation and redemption. And she offered it up. She said she wanted to spend her life praying for souls and praying for priests. And she wanted to spend her time in heaven doing good for people on earth. And so many people pray to Saint Teresa for many different intentions and needs, and she hears their prayer. So today we have a great saint, very young, very simple, very beautiful, and see that the glory of God comes to us in that simplicity. The gospel says we have to become like children and be humble. And certainly Saint Teresa is a wonderful example of that, doing just that in her life. A great saint. And she's the patron saint of the missions, but she never left the convent because she's praying for people throughout the whole world. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.